What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of, oh my lord, terrible support. Our boy Phil is just not having fun at all. The momentum wasn't present. That's right, and our boy Phil made sure that he let everyone know that he was unhappy. He was very sad. And most of all, Phil was disappointed. That's right. He was disappointed in the Dents. He was upset that the Dents didn't come out and rally and support, especially on the night stream. After the first stream was just an abysmal failure. Nope. No one came out to help Phil. And yeah, so let's see what Phil had to say on the daily rap. I'm going to guess it's a lot of complaining about support and games and other lame ass excuses. So let's get into it.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2025. Now, admittedly, today was kind of a weird day because today we were playing fighting games on a day when normally I wouldn't, because we're not doing Friday night fights this week. And this was kind of a, weird middle of the week, counting down to the release of the Switch 2 and Mario Kart kind of day. It wasn't, really hype scheduled games. And because of that, today kind of sucked. All right, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give it to you like it is. I'm going to tell you why today sucked. So here's what happened today. We started off today with a level 1 podcast, excuse me, where we talked about a couple of interesting topics that I knew that people wanted me to discuss today because there was some timely stuff that actually happened. First off, Witcher 4 had a tech performance demo release over, I guess it was an Unreal conference or convention or something like that, where all the devs who were making games with Unreal Engine were showing their stuff off. And so CD Projekt Red was one of the big ones, and we watched the whole thing and I reacted to it on the podcast. So that was definitely something that was interesting to watch, and that was timely because it just happened today, so I was able to do it pretty much live. But then we had to talk about the future of Blueprints, which sadly, as you know from yesterday, is doing horribly. It's not working as a late stream, and now sadly it's failing as a day stream. So we came to a quick determination. I am going to attempt to do one more stream of Blueprints, and if it does decently, I'll keep it in the rotation. If it tanks again, we're done. And it sucks because after all the amount of gameplay that we've played, that's a really hard decision for me to make. But I want you to tune in, watch the podcast from this morning, and you'll see why we came to that determination, okay? We didn't actually even have time after those two things that we did to look for wheels and pedals for PC for future driving streams like Truck Sim. So we'll probably end up doing that tomorrow morning on the show, okay? So after that, we jumped back into Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now you remember.
All right, well, I want to stop it there because I do want to comment on the podcast. So, of course, the main thing of the podcast was support was abysmal. I think he walked away with like $8 for support. So we knew it wasn't going to be a good start. And Phil was aware of that as well. I think he was playing Clair Obscur. No, he's playing Blueprints. And of course, no one cares for Blueprints, but it is what it is. He's been playing the game for almost 2 months, dragging it on, being extra boring, and no one cares. That playthrough was propped up by 2 people that haven't been there in weeks. So it is what it is. As it relates to the podcast, yeah, our boy Phil decided to review the Witcher 4 demo and ranted and raved like a maniac, bitched and complained about it. It wasn't real gameplay. Oh my god, he spazzed out over that. He looked ridiculous, and his chat was pretty fire because everyone say, why do you need to go off on everything? And you could just tell that Phil thinks that him yelling and ranting and raving that will bring butts to the seats and bring the pay pigs out and give him and have them donate. And Phil, when you do it so often, people see right through it. So of course no one donated. People looked at you like you were being an idiot. And what was the point? Why are you making such a big thing over something so minuscule that really doesn't matter? But of course that's Phil anyway. So he thought that rant, that rave was going to be a big hit, and all it did, of course, was just give clips for people to post on Twitter and the internet to mock him. Which, of course, this is what burnout number 30 for this year, where he's done something extremely regarded and it just goes like wildfire. It becomes the next funny meme about him. And yeah, I mean, I guess he thinks maybe one day one of these memeable moments is gonna bring people, is gonna bring a new whale over, and that's just not happening, Phil. I'm sorry. I think I told you this once the whole Kino DSP love affair ended back in March with the whole snakening. It's over, bro. It was over before that, and you're the only one that hasn't accepted reality that you're back to your normal levels of support. You need to bring back the vest and the hat and the glasses, and drop that goal back down to $50. That's what you need to do, Phil, honestly, because that's where you belong. That's the realm of support that a content creator like yourself should be. Yes, $50, and you should be happy with it. You should be able to accept it and say, all right, well, if no one likes my content, no one wants to support me, maybe I need to go get a part-time job. And of course, he won't do that. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because, again, Phil being an idiot, thinking that, it was going to be a memeable moment, and it wasn't. It's just people clown on you yet again. And I'm sure after the post and the memes, you'll rage out again today on your podcast because someone will bait you, and you'll take the bait like an idiot, and you'll rage again. And you know what? More clips for the internet to mock you. So let's keep going.
We had come to an agreement, and the agreement was that we are just going to finish the story of this game. We're going to get to the end, and then at the very end, we're going to see, does it make sense to go do more side content, but we're just going to try to finish it, because at this point, we're over 50 hours in, and the attendance and support is dwindling. 2 streams ago, I think I made like $30-something on the stream, and then last time, because I had brought up, oh man, I don't want to retire the game, I want to beat it, we actually had a rallying, and a bunch of people came to that last Clair Obscur stream and supported it, so we did well. This morning was the worst stream of Clair Obscur, and the worst stream that I have actually done in about a year and a half. I think the last time I had a stream this dead were the night streams when I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth almost 2 years ago. All right? Attendance was abysmal. We had less than 150 people on YouTube and only about 40 to 50 people on Kick. So one of the lowest attendance streams I've ever had in my life. Okay? Then the support was non-existent. Like, no exaggeration, we raised about 16 to 20 bucks on the podcast. Guess how much we raised during 3 hours of only story of Clair Obscur? $7.
$7
for 3 hours of gameplay. Okay? Now, here's the thing. There are people who are watching Clair Obscur on demand, but sadly, this is just not translating into support outside of the views on demand. And I feel like, sadly, this is a playthrough where the people who like it are watching it on demand. They're not coming to the streams. I mean, there were some people who were engaging on the streams. It was like 10 people. It was like 5 people on the YouTube side and 5 people on the Kick side. Okay? So, obviously, this really sucks. I already had a really bad stream of Blueprints the day before. So now we're talking back-to-back terrible streams for engagement and support. That's not good. So what do we do? Well, I mean, we're in the end game. I'm basically a few minutes away, likely, from beating Act 2 and then getting into Act 3. And people are saying the story of Act 3 will probably take me 2 streams. And then the game is done. Or, that means skipping all the side content. But people are saying the best content of the game is the side content at the end of the game. And it means I have to skip it because no one will show up and engage and support with this playthrough anymore. I don't know what to do. I have no solutions. We already said that we were going to play it till the end, but just the story, I guess that's what we're doing. It just seems like every time I play this game, we're going to have no one show up, and it's going to be a dead stream of people complaining that I'm playing this game still. I just don't understand it. I really don't. Why people liked the game for a month and now they don't. Or on top of that, why people just have no attention span anymore. Because you notice it's every lengthy game that doesn't work anymore. Anything longer than 15 to 20 hours and it's not multiplayer, people freak out and hate. I just don't get it anymore. I don't. As a gamer, it's part of my gaming life and culture. Longer games make sense, especially when you're playing an awesome game that has tons of story and content and is getting better and better. And that's what's happening with Clair Obscur. Like, I'm leveling up and we're fighting tougher bosses and things, but it's just not enjoyable when no one's there along for the ride with me. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna lie. The first stream literally sucked. No one showed up, no one engaged, and no one supported. And it's the worst stream I've done in a year and a half. Then the night stream tonight, because
well, I'm gonna stop it there because you know what Doody's gonna say. Tips, where are they? That's right. Oh my lord, Phil. Bro, look. Again, I feel like I'm beating a dead cat here. Or I mean a dead horse, right? Phil, you need to accept that you are not Maximilian. You need to accept that you're not PewDiePie. You need to accept, bro, that you're not even Bro, I don't know, man. What's another? You're not even Dreamcast guy. Some dent who, idiot that sucks at streaming as well, but he's more popular than you. You're not any of those folks, bro. And I don't know why you believe you're entitled to this level of support every single stream. You're not, Phil. You're just not that entertaining. Yeah, you have a couple people that support you. Yes, these people feel the need to prop you up for whatever reason, because in their warped brain, they're losers, and if you win, they win somehow. It's a very parasocial, or parasitic, really, relationship between you and that you foster between yourself and these fucking random people on the internet. But the problem, Phil, is that the people that support you, Phil, are losers. Most of them have mental disabilities. Most of them probably get disability checks. Most of them probably work a 9-to-5 job, and they may have bills that they have to pay and they're responsible for. And they just don't have deep pockets. Phil, these days of you having these 20 and 30-year-olds supporting you, dropping massive amounts of money, that's been gone for years, Phil. Yeah, some weirdo will come out once in a while and drop $1,000 tip or $1,600 tip, but that's far and few between, Phil. And that reminds me, by the way, why are you so hard up for money? You made $2,000 on Friday. You had Saturday off. Sunday you came on, you hit one goal on one of your streams, and then you didn't make much on Sunday, right? You should have plenty of cash saved up, Phil. Why are you so hard up? Because you got a total of $80 yesterday. Why? Could it be that you spent all your money on WWE Champions and booze and DoorDash, and it's already gone? As soon as the money came in, it's just gone? Is that the issue, Phil? Are you spending every dollar that you get on the same day? Money in, money out? Of course you are, Phil, because that's who you are. You fail to learn your lessons, bro. You fail to learn from your past. You repeat the same stupid, idiotic mistakes that you've made forever. You're financially illiterate. You would think something that almost made you to the brink of being homeless, of almost potentially getting arrested for not paying your taxes properly. You would think those lessons would have taught you to save money, to not spend. No, what does he do? He wastes all these money on these shitty ass third-party Nintendo accessories for a console he doesn't even have, by the way. He doesn't have yet, because he's relying that on Thursday he's going to have a huge day of support. Only DSP, bro. Only DSP. Now let's move on, because he's going to bitch and complain about the night stream being low support as well. So let's keep going.
Because I couldn't do fighting games Friday night, which you guys have been enjoying and supporting recently, Friday night fights. I wanted to do them once this week. So I said, let's do it on Tuesday night just to mix it up and break up the week. So we did more Capcom versus SNK 2. Now, admittedly, I will say this. Sadly, the matches were laggy as hell. Most people are no longer playing this collection, and it's only 2 weeks old, and no one wants to play it. And that's just pathetically sad that Capcom, again, has done it. This is the third collection like this. Capcom Fighting Collection 1, the Marvel Collection, and now this. They're dead. No one plays them after a couple of weeks because Capcom doesn't put in crossplay, and the netcode is fucking terrible. Capcom makes no effort to improve, so I end up getting a couple of weeks of content out of them, and then they're dead. And that's what's happened here, is the few people who are left actually are cheating. I'm not kidding you. I actually found someone who had a diamond ranking in the game who was using a lag switch. They would get to round 3, the final round. They had an R2 Sagat, ratio 2 Sagat. They would wait till they had level 3 super. They would turn on their lag switch, which would make the game go to red connection, and they would just roll super. And you can't block it in the lag. So literally, they would hit you with a level 3 super, and you couldn't do anything about it, and they would win every time. Finally, I said, fuck this, and I realized they were doing it, and I played incredibly hard, and I beat them, and then I said, I'm not playing them again, and I quit. I couldn't believe it. That's who's left. These low-level degenerates are playing this fucking game, lag-abusing scrubs. Now, overall, it was still a good night. I had some good matches against people, but most of them were insanely laggy. Again, you tell the collection you want a 4 to 5 bar connection, it gives you a red connection. And you can't see the quality of the connection before you join the match. So you can't even say, oh, I don't want that. It's too low bar connection. They did it on purpose because if they did, no one would play the collection. You understand? So it's bad. It's a rip-off collection. It's already almost dead. I was trying my best to entertain, and I did. I did some good stuff tonight, but it's really hard when the collection is a piece of garbage and people are already quitting it. So guess what? We raised like $57 of support tonight. The thing was, there was engagement. People were talking all night about the matches. And yes, there were people watching, trolls and everything, but no one wanted to support it. So this overall was my worst engaged, worst supported day that I've had in years. And I know why. I said this to the audience. It's because there's no new games right now, right? We've been playing the same shit for a long time. The best streams are chill streams. Minecraft and Truck Simulator are the two games that are doing consistently well because it's relaxing, it's fun, it's interactive. Everything else people are bored of. So perhaps with the Switch 2 coming out, perhaps with other games coming out this month like Mind's Eye, and you know they're going to announce other games at Summer Game Fest and things coming up. Maybe it's a godsend, right? Maybe now is the right time for a new console and a new Mario Kart and things, because I think things are just dead. Otherwise, people are just not interested in these games that I'm playing because they've been around too long and people sadly just don't have attention span for them. All I will say is this: if you're someone who likes either Blueprints or Clair Obscur,
all right, I gotta stop it there because I can only take but so much. I really do. It's just nothing but complaints and excuses from this fucking guy. Again, he's gonna bitch about support. Yeah, Phil, you just, again, I'm going to repeat myself, Phil. You are not that kind of content creator who deserves or warrants being wailed out every single time they turned on the camera, brother. You're just not. And the problem here too, Phil, is that you're on every fucking day, bro. You don't give your viewers, your supporters a break. Like, you ever heard the adage, if you're never gone, people aren't going to miss you. Like, he doesn't allow the opportunity. He doesn't give people the opportunity to miss him because he's in their face all day long, every single fucking day. He is, and he still hasn't learned that. Like, no lie, if you would look at the money he makes and the time he wastes, because a lot of it is just wasteful time he spends on the internet. If you would take all that time he wastes and you work with him, right? Someone would work with him, and he would be open to the advice. He could literally stream 4 days a week, about 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours, about 6 hours a day, right? And still make the amount of money that he's getting streaming 6 days a week for like 8 hours a day. But he doesn't understand that, because to him, he feels like, no, I need to be on nonstop because I don't want people to forget about me. Or it takes me 8 hours to get $150, for 2 streams. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to make it. If I only stream for 3 or 4 hours a day, then I'm going to get stuck at $80. Then if that's true, Phil, then you're the problem. You're the problem. Okay? Your standards are too fucking high. And until you change your mindset or you provide better content, you're going to be stuck in the same loop. But, it's DSP. He's always stuck in the same loop. Anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.